Welcome YouTube to another unboxing pack opening here. I was wandering through Target today, came across these magic mystery boxes, which I have never seen. They were kind of hidden in the back in the toy aisle. They usually have a section for cards in the toy aisle and a section of cards in the front. And the toy aisle section has been getting a lot of the interesting stuff, a lot of the commander decks, all that kind of stuff. Usually the older product. And I came across these. Uh, I'm very intrigued by them, but also I have no hopes, to be fully honest with you. These are $39.99 a piece. So we'll see if they are worth it or not. I'm gonna have to look up the prices, after I, open everything. That way, you guys can see if the value's there for the packs, because it's 5 booster packs, and then a set of 2 promo cards, random game piece. So we'll see, what's in here. Get into them, and then I'm gonna try to look up the values and see if I can figure out at least what the packs are worth. It might be hard for the random game piece, but I will say that they make a decent bit of noise when you shake them. This one on the right makes a little less noise, so I don't know if there's something extra in there or if the game piece, whatever that means, is different or unique. So without further ado, let's go ahead and crack these open. It looks like it has like a front door here, but I'm just gonna go ahead and rip that front door. So it is a mystery box where it has like a pull open thing, so that's interesting. So let's pull open the first part here. It's very cheaply made, as to be expected, I suppose. So the rip part did not go too well. It is a kind of goldish brown dice. It has like a bird on there or some sort. I It's not a color I personally would like on my dice, but I could see why somebody would potentially like it. This promo, Sereth the Viper's Fang, I believe I've seen this in the random pack at Target where it's like this promo card's right on the front and then there's like 3 random packs behind it. Let's go to the next little section. It's just ripping apart. It's another single promo card. Lisa, the Forgotten Archangel. I'm going to go ahead and sleeve these. I'll be curious to see if I get the same promos in each box. They had about 12 of them, I believe, which I was only going to buy 2 regardless, but they do have a limit of only 2, at least at my Target, for purchasing things. The first pack, we do have The Brothers War. It's a collector booster. That's exciting, at least. There's a collector booster in there. Probably not a very expensive collector booster, but collector booster is a collector booster nonetheless. We got a draft booster of New Capenna, which I do like that set a little bit, but I know it's not a high value set from what I remember. We got another draft booster of New Capenna. Interesting. We got another draft booster of New Capenna. I take it back. I don't want these. Why? And another New Capenna draft booster. So the first, hit the camera there. The first box came with 5 packs, a collector booster of The Brothers War, which collector booster is good. I don't know what's in this set, but I play Commander. I used to play a lot more regularly than I do now, but because I only really play Commander at this point, I haven't played Standard in so many years. It's hard to keep up with what's in all those sets. But I know New Capenna has a Commander Precon that had a Rhino on it, and I kind of wanted that one. But either way, I think it was Rock's Faithbender is the Rhino I used to use in one of my Standard decks back in the day with Thragtusk. And so it was, one of those things where I just kind of wanted a Rhino deck essentially because of that, the memories with the Rock's Faithmender, and I still have them in my collection, so I would have just been able to throw one in my deck. Let's go ahead and just open this as well. So we're going to open it. It's the same thing as the other one. Let's hope the packs are different. These things are so cheap, just falling apart. Oh my gosh, I'm hitting the camera. I'm sorry guys, but oh my gosh. Okay, so the top one has a new Capenna draft booster. Oh boy. Again, it has an empty second tray. I guess it fell down. Yeah, I'd say so. So this pack, another new Capenna draft booster. Another new Capenna draft booster. Another new Capenna draft booster. Oh, we got a Murders of Karlov collector booster. That's interesting. So at least that changed. We got the same Lisa, Forgotten Archangel. We got the same Sereth, the Viper's Fang. And then we got a still not super appealing dice, but definitely better than the other one. And it is blue and red on a black dice. It looks kind of like splatter paint kind of a deal. So it is pretty neat. I do like it better than the other dice, this one. But, overall, still interesting. I was hoping that the 5 packs would have a little bit more randomness to them. I didn't expect much from them. I didn't expect them to be like high value packs or crazy vintage packs of any sort. But it would have been nice to not just get 8 new Capenna draft boosters. And yeah, the collector boosters are nice, but these collector boosters are probably $20 collector boosters at this point. If I had to, just guessing, because I know a lot of the collector boosters that aren't the big ones that everyone knows, and not like the Final Fantasy ones or something like that. A lot of them, as time goes, they kind of drop down unless they have some extremely valuable cards, like the Lord of the Rings ones and stuff like that. But either way, we'll move on. We'll go ahead and open these draft boosters and see what we get. I don't know the hits that well, so if you see something that I don't mention as far as being like a good hit or something, definitely put it in the comments down below. Let me know. Let everyone else know that's watching the video so that they know what is a hit and what is not as well. And then you can make the decision on if this is worth buying. My personal opinion, it is not worth buying. But hey, that's just my personal opinion. It's fun. If you enjoy New Capenna, you enjoy opening collector boosters, it might be something worth grabbing because, well, honestly, it's hard to find anything on the shelves, right? Edge of Eternities, I am seeing it still on the shelves, but it is getting bought, slowly but surely. There's only like a couple packs left when I was there earlier. So without further ado, we're jumping in. The Maestros Initiate, Make Disappear, Rafine's Informant, Sticky Fingers, Glittermonger, Dig Up the Body, Broker's Hideout, Shattered Seraph, Cutthroat Contender, Waterfront District, Rogues Gallery, Stimulus Package, Rumor Gatherer, Sanctuary Warden is the mythic. I like to sleeve up all the mythics just to make sure, because especially since I don't know what's actually the high value and what's not in this set. Get some of that box trash out of here. And then we've got the island, and we have a citizen token. We're just going to throw them all in the same stack there, except for the mythics. We got a Capenna Express, Revel Ruiner, Disdainful Stroke, Dapper Shieldmate, Light 'em Up, Chaldea Strongarm, Maestros Theater, Echo Inspector, Riveter's Overlook, Quick Draw Dagger, Bouncer's Beatdown, Call in a Professional, Rumor Gatherer, Unleash the Inferno. We got a Full Art Forest, which looks pretty cool. We got an Ogre Warrior. And yeah, the Unleash Inferno I already talked about. We'll go ahead and sleeve that since it is at least a rare. I don't know why I took the island out. It gets mixed in. We're going to leave the collector boosters for last because there can be some good hits in there, I'm sure. I would hope. So we've got Celebrity Fencer, Exhibition Magician, Prize Fight, Extract the Truth, Psionic Snoop, Hold for Ransom. I keep pulling all weird. Rakish Revelers. That one has an interesting art. It's probably not worth anything. Most of the cards with this kind of art aren't, but I'm going to sleeve it just in case. We got Botanical Plaza, Celestial Regulator, Sky Crier, Swooping Protector, Ceremonial Groundbreaker, Rafine's Silencer, Hostile Takeover. We got a Plains and a Devil Token. Alright. Oh, this one looks like it maybe didn't come with a token. It just came with these punch out +1s and shields, which is interesting, I suppose. We got High Rise Sawjack, Incriminate, Sewer Crocodile, Killshot, Ready to Rumble, Broken Wings, Cabaretti Courtyard, Inspiring Overseer, Halo Scarab, Spara's Adjudicators. Yep, I'm terrible at reading, obviously. But Spara's Adjudicators. It is a cat citizen. Whenever it enters the battlefield, target creature an opponent controls can't attack or block until your next turn. You can pay 2 and exile this from your hand. Target land gains tap. Add a forest and a plains or island. Until Sparta Adjudicators is cast from exile, you may cast Spara's Adjudicators for as long as it remains exiled. So you can cast it from the exile. You can use it early, like on turn 2, to add a mana of the specific color. So that's interesting. Another card I'll sleeve just because of the artwork, and it seems interesting. It seems maybe playable in a commander deck. You know, probably not obviously expensive commander decks, but just a standard, fun, budget type of commander deck. Maestros Diabolus and Plains. So we will sleeve that up. If this is your first time here, most of the cards, unless it's something that I need for a deck, will be listed on my TCG player. That TCG player will have a link. We got the Rhino Warrior, Rhinos like I was talking about. But I do have a TCG player store. The link is in the description. If you do purchase from that link, it does help me out because it doesn't have as many fees that get removed from TCG player. I also know some people just aren't happy with some of the stuff going on right now with them, with the union stuff. So if you're still wanting to support me, but you're not necessarily wanting to support them, obviously they still get some kind of a cut, but it does help me out a lot more. So Rafine, Scheming, Seer, and a Plains. It helps me out to not have to pay as many fees, so definitely a way to help support me, and at least it's not supporting them as much as just going to their website and buying it from there. So let's see, this pack just like fell apart like it's dry rotted or something. I don't know. Let's say Demon's Due, Expendable Lackey, Boon of Safety, Antagonize, Social Climber, Join the Maestros, Inspiring Overseer, Riveter's Overlook, Gurdon Goons, Quick Draw Dagger, Mr. Orfeo the Boulder, one of the Rhinos, Hypnotic Grifter, Refuse to Yield, Avon Heartstabber, interesting name, a Full Art Island that looks pretty sick, and a dog. We got a dog. The dog. Sleeve that up. We still have 2 packs left of this. And then we'll get into those collector boosters and hopefully we'll pull something sweet. Buy Your Silence, Jackhammer, High Rise Sawjack again, Incriminate, Sewer Crocodile, Killshot, Mayhem Patrol, Ominous Parcel, Waterfront District, Jet Mers Fixer, Rocco Cabaretti Caterer. It is an elf druid, fancy art, so it is a legendary creature, which means it can be a commander. Whenever it enters the battlefield, if you cast it, you may search your library for a creature card with the mana value X or less, and put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle. That actually seems pretty good for commander. Again, in a fun aspect, I don't know as far as real competitive stuff, but I'm going to actually put that to the side, as I do think I could, potentially use that for something that would be fun. We got a Brazen Upstart Elf Shaman. We got a Bootlegger's Stash. That looks fancy. It makes all of your lands have tap create a treasure token, so that's interesting. And we have a Plains and a Citizen. I have to take a sip of water real quick. Alright, the last pack. And let's see. I'm trying not to damage the card. The way it ripped open was a little weird. There we go. Nothing got damaged. We are good. We've got Incriminate, Sewer Crocodile. This is the last pack, so we're hoping for something good. Again, I don't really know what is good. I was hoping for just some of the Rhinoceros cards, some of the Rhino cards, because I think they're pretty cool. Strangle, Cabaretti Initiate. This one looks pretty cool. Obscura Charm. Pretty neat looking card. I'll sleeve that one up just because. We got the Sizzling Soloist. Psychic Pickpocket. We got the Horde Hauler. We got a Foil Girder Goons. And a Swamp and a Cat. So we got a dog and a cat. And the devil. Which could also be the cat. So we're going to do the Brothers War first. I don't really know what could be in here. And I could be wrong. Maybe these collector boosters are worth more than I'm thinking. But I just don't see them being worth more than $20, $25. And I'm sure the new Capenna stuff is not expensive to get, the draft boosters. But we have the Military Discipline, Excavation Explosion, Aeronaut Cavalry, Disfigure, Gurgling Anointer, Blanchwood Armor. We got a Full Art Island with a giant robot mecha building looking thing out in the ocean. Looks pretty cool. We've got a Phyrexian Flesh Gorger, which I'm going to sleeve because it is a mythic. We got the Fauna Shaman. We got Urza's Workshop. I feel like that was a pretty good one. So we're definitely sleeving that up. We got a Burnished Heart Foil, which is a card that does see play in like budget commander stuff. So we'll sleeve that up. I'm going to go ahead and sleeve the Phyrexian card, the Fauna Shaman card. So this pack, value-wise, I'm not sure, but it has some playable cards for sure. Stuff that I can consider to put into a budget commander deck, which is how me and all of my friends play. We don't use the high-end crazy stuff. It's just for fun stuff. Bonesaw for free. Equip it to a creature, +1/+0. Equip as 1. So it doesn't do a lot. Unwielding Clock is another rare. Untap all artifacts you control during each other player's untap step. That seems pretty good. Oh, here we go. We got a Blitzwing Cruel Tormentor, which is a Transformer card. Was not expecting to get one of those in here. It is more than meets the eye, 3 in a swamp. You may cast this card converted for 3 in a swamp. At the beginning of your end step, target opponent loses life equal to the life that player lost this turn. If no life is lost this way, convert Blitzwing. And it has a backside. Um, I mean, that's pretty sweet. Okay, yeah, I mean, this pack was very cool to get. Very happy with it. There were several mythics and rares here. Sword of the Meek. Equip creature gets +1/+2. Equip is 2. It costs 2 to cast it. Whenever a 1/1 creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may return the Sword of Meek from your graveyard to the battlefield, then attach it to that creature. So that's actually very easy to use with tokens. Another interesting card for sure. And then this is a Power Stone token. Tap, add mana, the colorless mana, so you can use it for Eldrazi's. And then this mana can't be spent to cast a non-artifact spell, so never mind, you can't really use it for a lot of the Eldrazi's. But you can use it if it's like an artifact for the Eldrazi's, and they have a lot of artifacts anyways, to be able to boost up their mana. So we're on to the last pack here. It is Murder Zakharov Collector Booster. Alright, let's see what we got. We have Clue, which goes along with the Murder Zakharov for sure. Sacrifice this artifact, draw a card. Teysa Opulent Oligarch, which looks awesome. It's a rare. I'm going to sleeve it. We've got World Souls Rage, which also looks really cool. I'm trying not to show the next card, so I'm going to put it face down like that, and then I can go ahead and sleeve this one. Then we've got Counterpoint, which is another rare. It is a counter spell. So I'm going to go ahead and sleeve that. So far, I can't lie, these collector boosters are pretty good. For a mystery box, I suppose it's a pretty good mystery box, as long as you like the Capenna stuff. So that's kind of the main thing, because you do get a lot of Capenna. Expedited Inheritance. Whenever a creature is dealt damage, its controller may exile that many cards from the top of their library. They may play those cards until the end of their next turn. Wow. Interesting. We've got Connecting the Dots, another rare, another foil. Let's see. Sleeve this one. I don't know why I keep putting that card face down with the stack, but it keeps happening. The Chase is on. So this looks like it's just a common, but maybe it has special artwork. Target creature gets +3/+0 and gains first strike until the end of turn, and then investigate for a red and 2. Then we got On the Job. Creatures you control get +2/+1 until the end of turn. Investigate. The fancy art is the only reason why I'm sleeving it. We got a full art mountain, which looks pretty sweet. We got Soul Search, Convenient Target, Presumed Dead, Gadget Technician, Innocent Bystander, Basilica Stalker, and this is the last card. It is On the Job again. So there are 2 different On the Jobs for sure. So interesting enough. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Overall, probably not worth buying these boxes. They come with the 5 packs like they say, but it was a lot of new Capenna. You got 4 new Capenna and 1 collector booster. But I will say, if you're just wanting to open some packs, because it's hard to find packs these days of Magic, depending on where you live, and you just want to rip something open, I would say that these are a great thing for that. The collector boosters do at least provide some kind of excitement in there, and then the New Capenna, if you enjoy that the type of artwork and everything that's associated with that, then obviously that can be worth it. So, but yeah, let me know if you enjoyed the video. If there's any hits in here, if you see any cards that you think are definitely valuable or maybe just great cards to play in Commander, let me know. Maybe I can add it to my Commander deck um, and whatnot. But yeah, either way, thank you guys for watching. Please like the video, subscribe. I will be uploading, even more opening videos for all different TCGs. So yeah, appreciate it and have a good night.